You know what? Before Jew come up, I'm going to play the video in its entirety. So Jew, when you come in, I'm just going to mute you or whatever for a second.
You know what? Why is he telling me I can't be here? I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen and a resident. No, make him explain why I can't be here. No, you're not. No, I don't know what you think you're gonna do.
Michelle, you have to go. You know you're in the mayor.
No, you ain't got no proof. Where's your paperwork? Where's your paperwork? Where's your paperwork?
Let's go. This is a public
and see what he's doing. Where's his paperwork? He's trying to put me out of here. No, where's the paperwork? Don't you put your hands? You ain't putting your hands on me. No, you're not. You're not putting your hands on me. Where's your paperwork? No, I don't. No, I don't. This is a public place. This is a public place. This is a public place. I'm not walking out. No, you're not. You're not touching me. 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 I've been here all day. I've been here all day. No, y'all. No, I ain't threatening. Where y'all paperwork? I done had my court case and everything. Where's the paperwork? I don't want to hear that now. Y'all keep violating my rights like y'all got a right. And look what they doing, my grandson. I've been here all day. You have even seen me here all day. He is abusing his power. Officer Lacey is at this Easter event abusing his power. No, I don't have no paperwork. I don't have no case going on with the mayor. No, I'm not walking nowhere. He's trying to put me out of public affairs. He is trying to put me out of public affairs. He's abusing his powers. He's abusing his power. He can't arrest me. He's trying to arrest me. All y'all, everybody is seeing this. He's trying to arrest me. I've been here all day. You just walked past me. Ain't no, you ain't, what, you're lying. There's no threat. I ain't been in the mayor. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. No, I'm not stepping out nowhere. I am going nowhere. No, you're not. No, I'm not. No, we're not. No, we are not. No, we are not. Tell us why. You're making up a lie. You're harassing us. You're harassing us. You are harassing us. And you see my grandson standing here. This is your last go round here. You know what I'm saying? You keep violating me and harassing me. I'm out in public, in the community that I live in.
1 through 4 first. Ages 1 through 4 first.
Because he's lying.
1 through 4.
And you signing off on it? Y'all ain't not gonna intimidate me in my neighborhood.
Hold on.
In a minute, you ain't acting
like. No, you're not. He's not. No, that's what he wants.
I can say what I want. Because what I'm saying is,
don't touch my son. Don't touch my son.
He know what I'm saying.
He don't have no warrant for his arrest. He don't have no paperwork or nothing.
You ain't no real man.
No.
What are you doing? Don't tell
Look what this officer is doing.
That's him.
You will be here.
I'll be there.
You ain't no real.
You know what? I've been here all day. Officer Harris, he seen me here all day. You want me to show you all my video? Officer Harris, y'all gonna violate me again? Officer, because he got him upset. Shut up, you know what? I'm gonna have the marshals get you. The marshals getting you. You're a coward. You ain't gonna do nothing to my son.
Look what you doing.
You gonna let him violate my rights? We at a public affair. Don't put your hands on my son.
Hey, come on now.
Don't put your hands on my son.
I got it.
Don't try to calm him. You just stood beside him. Don't try to calm him. All y'all, don't man me. Y'all, you can't keep nothing. You violate my rights. We at a public affair. We at a public affair, and y'all violating our rights. You know what? You ain't. Go find the court papers. How they show them to you? You're a sellout and a nothing human being. I'm a real human being, and y'all can't deal with it. So y'all signing off on it. So I hope that makes you feel lesser than a man, because that's what you are. You are a rotten, evil human being. And hell gonna eat you up long before you. Yeah, we walking. But I tell you one thing, I'm gonna get the marshals on you, because that's all you know how to do. You're a coward. You're a coward. You kissed her ass to keep your job. You're the coward. You're a low-life, no-good nigga. You're a no-good nigga. You're a petty, no-good nigga. A petty, no-good nigga.
Hey.
Don't say nothing to that shit. Yeah, because you damn sure a coward. Move. He ain't worth it.
I ain't worried about that shit, nigga. You a bitch. And stop taking it personal because you know it's the truth.
Look what they doing to my son. Look what they doing to my son and my grandson. Y'all gonna keep taking this shit.
That's my nephew.
Don't worry about him. Y'all didn't give a damn about him walking up on us.
Take care of your baby.
No, take care of y'all business. No, that ain't his baby. That's his nephew. Y'all let him violate my damn rights like that. What kind of damn law enforcement officers are y'all? What kind of damn law enforcement officers are y'all? Y'all see all these officers? Don't let them come to your house. You see that punk ass nigga walking right there, Lacey? He full of shit. Y'all get these motherfuckers out of here. You punk ass bitch. You a punk ass bitch. Y'all ain't got no damn order. Y'all just gonna listen to him. Y'all ain't got no damn order. Y'all motherfucking cowards. Motherfucker, you ain't got no court paper. Y'all know damn well ain't no court papers. All y'all, every last one of y'all getting a complaint. I want y'all to see all this. I've been here all day. And this punk motherfucking bitch, shut up, you punk ass bitch. You a punk ass bitch. Lacey is a punk ass bitch. And Harris, they fucked up your character. Punk ass motherfucker.
Is on the paperwork, that shit says the state versus, you know what I'm saying, my mama, but it's just like the state didn't bring this shit to us. Tiffany brought that shit to the state, or however she tried to write that shit up, but her name is not on the damn paperwork, which is crazy to me. But that's pretty much the gist of it, you know what I'm saying? And everything else, I guess, you know, that my mama may bring to the light, they seem to have a problem with. All of the shit is wrong.
So what happened? So what happened this day? So take me through the Easter day.
Right. So the Easter day, the shit is so crazy, bro. It's like I still ain't even really processed this shit all the way. You know what I'm saying? So it was like any other regular day. Good day, the weather good. You know what I'm saying? They finally opened the basketball courts. So it's like, all right, cool. I didn't even know my nephew was here. Honestly, I'm up here chilling. I'm off, so I'm chilling. So when I seen my nephews, I'm like, all right, cool. They going up to the park. Whatever going on, you know what I'm saying? They finna be up there. They good. And he was good. He was in a bouncy house. You know what I'm saying? They was up there already for a while by the time I got there. My mama called me like, son, can you come up here and basically tag team? You know what I'm saying? Tag me out for a little minute. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm finna come up there anyway. So I get up there, I see him in a bouncy house. And I'm like, shoot, nephew, let's hoop. You know what I'm saying? He like, go get the ball. I'm like, dang, I forgot the ball. So I go and get the basketball because, man, bro, we like 20 steps away from the park. You know what I'm saying? We right there.
Wait,
You know
y'all literally like right there? They kicked y'all out of the park and y'all like right there for real?
Bro, we're less than we literally a minute away. We lit, bro. That's why I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I hooped at these courts when I was my nephew age. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool, nephew. I'm finna go get the ball. And I mean, we was chilling. Nephew was up there, it was all good. And then he like, I want some food. So I'm like, I bet. And that's literally what we were doing. We was just waiting in line to go and get some food. Lacey had seen my mama. He seen me. He seen us up there. We up there chilling. We talking to the people, whatever the case may be. Next thing you know, Mr. Potato Head walk up and I hear him whisper something to my mama. At first, I didn't hear what he said at first, but I seen how my mama like reacted to him. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga on some bullshit. So that's when I stepped in and was like, you know what I'm saying, what's up? Then he trying to whisper like, yeah, you gotta leave, Miss Hill, you gotta leave. And it's just like, bruh, like what you doing? And then after that, that shit just goddamn, it just escalated, bro. Because at this point, you harassing us. You know what I'm saying? We fed up. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, fuck you. I ain't got nothing nice to say now. Got my nephew crying, and then y'all got the nerve to try to, you know what I'm saying, console him. Like, bro, I don't even want y'all touching him at this point.
Yeah, that was weird as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie though. The lady though that kind of reached for him and trying to console him. You see Lacey flagging somebody down, right? In the video. You see him calling for somebody. I don't know the officer name that woman, but I gotta keep it real. She like did not want to come over there. She looked up in the air, bro. I cannot tell you a lie, bro. I gotta keep it 100. She looked in the air, my nigga, and was just like, you know what I'm saying? It's that look of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I cannot tell you a lie. And she was dragging her feet to walk over there. So you feel me? So it's just like she cool. But everybody else, especially that lady at the end that said, get your baby. It's just like, come on now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it dirty, but like, come on now.
That's a total escalation.
It's just like, this shit ain't got nothing to do with us. We here chilling. We talking to the people. We finna get some food. My nephew up here hooping. Everything all good. Mr. Potato Head walk over and fuck everything up.
That seems to be his MO. Let me ask you, bro. Can you tell me approximately how long them eggs and milk were outside?
Shit, probably since the day before. You know what I'm saying? Damn turkey tails.
Did you get you a box, bro?
Man, I ain't touched none of that shit. I damn ain't want nephew to eat that shit, but you know.
Hey, that's real shit though. That's real shit. But people just trying to enjoy the event, whatnot. That's crazy. So, anything else you want to tell the people? You know, you got the mic, bro. Anything you want to tell people before we bring somebody else up?
I'm gonna let Mama Hill say a few words. You know what I'm saying?
Come on in.
I end it out. And nephew here too. Nephew,
tell nephew I said what's happening. Tell nephew if the court open, we can come get some shots up.
Late night crew, just say what's up, y'all. Okay, I'm good.
What's up?
What's happening?
What's up?
LNC exclusive right there. Nephew in the building.
Look, nephew was like, am I famous now?
He famous. He famous over here. Hey, little man, I'm gonna say it over the air. And the only reason I'm gonna say it over air, so I'm gonna make sure your uncle do it. I'm gonna send your uncle $25 to give you, bro. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Look, nephew, he said he gonna send you $25 for coming on the show. Say thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hey, it's nothing. I appreciate you coming on.
That's my dude right there.
Yeah, I already know.
That, man. For real, it's gratitude, man. Gratitude being on the show too.
Nah, man, it's nothing. I appreciate y'all, man.
For sure. I'm gonna hand it over to Mama Hill.
Sounds good.
How you doing, wonderful young man? Now, this is an honor for me.
Good evening, Miss Hill. How are you, Miss Hill?
I am doing wonderful, young man. My original saying is I'm alive, so everything else, it'll be able to be taken care of and dealt with.
When I get down there this weekend, I promise I'm pulling up wherever I got to pull up.
Oh, wow. It's an honor to meet you. And I'd like to start with first, to everyone, every human being that has what they are displaying in their hearts. If that's not the epitome of what strangers can do to uplift you, and you don't have to know nobody to pick up on the energy of love. You hear what I'm saying out there to everybody? And my biggest creed is always to seniors and the young people. Because in between that, there's still got to be some balances though. And when it comes to humanity and democracy, well, I got a joke. I came out of high school wanting to be a missionary, but I was always so overwhelmed by just two of my nicknames, Goody, and she gonna do it. And it was just always beyond me. I had some fabulous people around me, school, my community. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, 79th and Union.
Okay.
Yeah, so coming out to the suburbs, it's not like it was something exactly new to me. You know, it was just a total family decision because of an experience we had in our family. Well, we had to make sure we kept members of our family in our family. And this is what my grandmother said. She said she didn't know about the letters or DCFS. She said, but this family better get together and these children, they gonna stay within the family. And then we raised our own cousins within our family with a flight that went on. So I grew up with it. And that's what I've been day one here, coming to Dolton, Illinois. My grandmother said, everywhere we go, we take what we was raised with. I brought it to any community I lived in, everywhere I went. So I believe it's a time for everything, and you never know when the time will arise. I believe in the moment of impact. Some human beings across the world don't know how they're going to deal with something until the moment of impact, and we can't see everything coming. And I'll say this right now, because the one thing that's been wanting to come out of my own me-ness, my origin of me, I met that young lady at 19. From then to now, she hasn't ever did anything directly to me. For the first time, had paid my light bill twice. No, she didn't broadcast it. She didn't go beating her chest on it. So my confusement was just, it was flabbergasted September the 1st. That's how I sum that up. And from that point on, they had seen me do the exact same thing in all kind of mannerisms since I've been here in Dolton, Illinois. A threat to nothing, nobody, and no one. And just too far to enough was just enough. Knowing I'm already witness to you all doing things that I know, I know were, it was just not appropriate. I've been here 38 years. I haven't ever seen such a thing with individuals here, especially in leadership. If I speak so much, this is the ultimate exclusive. Some of the individuals I've been knowing since day one here. Day one. My part here was always the people are the hub of every community. Everywhere people are where they call it a community, the people are the vein and the hub of the community. I just know that took some kind of, still haven't found the word, because I know me. I know me. And that was so beyond what I could have even fathomed. Look, that was inhumane to me at the levels when nobody should look at anything that'll quench their heart and it's not happening to them. And that'll tell you how distastefully inhumane. Actions, deeds, conducts, and doings that exist, there are repercussions for everybody's actions, their deeds, their doings, their conduct, and their behavior. I want nothing but the highest positivity to come out of this. And since I've always strived for unity, even if it was walking with just me and my shadow, I was fine with that. When you take too many facets of a community and you utilize that against the community, these are human beings. These are not trees and light poles and sidewalk concrete. These are human beings. And there's a thing called a real life trickle effect. And it's called indirectly and directly. And if you're in leadership, there are times when a lot of leaders may not even know to such a high level how they can affect all kinds of human beings that they don't even They don't even meet. Some don't take the opportunity to. But then there are consequences for them because under the umbrella of humanality and human, we all human. Elected officials are human, but the truth to real, natural, organic life, they are also fallible. And that's where transparency and accountability it comes in. And there are rules of law. There are pillars of law. They are governed by the very same when they become elected officials. They are not supposed to obey the law and procedure and protocol. And when it comes to civility, no, the lines of they've got to stop being crossed like that. They've got to, and when you swear, though some would say it's words, when you put your hand up and you swear to something to me, you're swearing that you also will attach yourself conscionably, morally, ethically, and with moral turpitude. But when you don't, it's not right that go rather on the attack, harass, abuse. No, those are still lives that they're tampering with. So at this point, I've also had a nickname called Sister Soul. I grew up with the Black Panthers bringing me lunch. See, we left school at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Go home. That's right. We could go home for an hour and eat lunch. The Black Panther women, they were fixing those lunches. We didn't have no lunch programs at the schools at that time. I've been a teacher for 16 years, and everybody slightly hold on to your hat. I worked 8 years in a capacity as a crossing guard with this very same police department, and I want to clear the air on something too. Not every officer within that police department is as such, but if you don't stand, you can't watch it and accommodate it. I hear they are human beings. They are working on under some conditions that none of us should really. At no time. I mean, I was one of those, I lived to work. I worked to live, so I was gonna get on, took that early retirement at 55 and fully retired at 61 and had my papers filed already for 62. I knew what I wanted to do at a very early age. And I had a wonderful fortune to see, and I'm watching my very grandson have the same thing. I was raised with 2 grandmothers, 2 grandfathers, a great grandmother, mother and father talk about the ultimate village to send out into society. So at this point, I just want unity back. Leadership must do what they are elected. They're the representation of the people. I'm a representation of the people without a pay opinion, because it's not about me. It's always beyond me. And there are times when I was like, all right, I necessarily really don't want to remind nobody that I'm a human being. But now there are times when you can't go too far abating me as a human being, an individual, and a person. Because each one of the ones in my family, my sons, my grandsons, they changed my status. See, I was once Elaine. Then my sons gave me that title and status of mother. My grandson, he changed it to grandmother. I've been fortunate to watch my own grandson have what I had. He's living in a time where he knows his grandmother, and there are days when I've heard people say they never met their grandmother. So yes, this is too far in public. No one should have their rights abated like that. And then law enforcement are supposed to be the watcher, the keeper, and the one that ensures that that doesn't happen, have something that's supposed to go with it. And I mean the paperwork. Now it's being spoken from my mouth. No order of protection, no injunction, no gag order. You violate any human being's right, and then you want to misuse the laws? No. To keep them at bay? No. Here's the most poignant one. This very voice that I'm speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Not one human being gave it to me. The Lord, the Creator, He lent me this voice, and if He didn't, He'd have had me down packed with sign language. Hear what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because all those bodies of a body of a human being, they work together. Free will, it knows what it does. And as the old adage go, if your doctor didn't tell you and no other human being that they were main crazy, this, that, and the third, then you are consciously aware of everything you are doing. And to see such a thing in this community, I mean, when I came here, I didn't have to leave out on the weekend, walk to the show, walk to the bowling alley, walk to the arcade. I haven't been accosted by anybody, and I used to come in from the city sometime because I still go at least twice a month since I've been here in Dolton. I went to Westcott Grammar School. I roller skated at St. Sabina. I would walk from 138th, know nothing. To times I would see people stranded and help them, be like, Lord, look, you know, your girl hollering down here. You know, if I help this person, don't let them kill me and nothing like that, you know. People done pick me up to offer me rides in their cars, and I got 8-9 bags of groceries. Lord, I'm in the back seat. You just let your girl get there. You know, that's all I'm asking. You know, now that's just me. I'm fine with me. I'm not boisterous and you know what I do and all. I'm me. You see me. I don't wear no nail polish, no makeup. Didn't wear it in high school. I was fine with the gift He lent me, and I'm fine with attention. But being me, I get enough attention. I get enough attention just being me. And 64 this year. You know,
amazing.
So, and experience with law enforcement. It's not my first encounter. I actually had the police in the city of Chicago. They kicked my door with a warrant that didn't even have my name on it. Took me out of my house for 3 days. When I rose up, I said, y'all know what I'm going to do. So I handled my own case with that. Growing up in the city of Chicago, they killed 2 white law enforcement officers in Gresham. I got policemen pushing me off the bus. Oh, come on, Lord, what you trying to tell me? I said, it's something real serious that you want me to do. You know, I can't just keep on. And right after that incident, I started going to school to Kennedy King. Met Dr. Banks, this Black Afrocentric history teacher. Dr. Banks, I told him, look, I said, I need to go on and see how missionary and advocating correlate with each other. I said, I can't have people keep touching me. My freedom of wrong, right? You know what? Now that was in the late 70s and 80s, still living on the south side of Chicago. So when I say exclusive, you just got to say part of my book. And you know, I just, right is right, wrong is wrong. Free will, it makes you aware of what you're doing, you know, and to see so many people's lives really affected the way I've seen it. You know, I always tell people now, witnessing and seeing with your own eyes, they kind of 3 different things. Once you see it with your eyes, you don't say, I can't believe that, because it confirms you should believe it because you saw it. But when you witness something, I get that people don't want to get involved and things of that nature, but it will always be a way to get involved in so many ways. It's so many ways to be amongst unity, but not be directly in it. You know, when it's all said and done, now the biggest commonality we got, I usually tell people 3 guesses, I'm done with that one. The biggest commonality every last one of got that's even listening. Let one of them say they're not a human being. Because it's not dogs and cats doing this. It's certainly not trees doing this. And we haven't seen a house or a sidewalk get up, pick up a gun, disrespect somebody. And so much compassion to that young man that's no longer here, 11 years old. We got to do it in truth to another light. And when I say this is a heartfelt story, and I didn't even know I was gonna go in this direction, when I started talking to you, I've turned into a murderer here in Dolton, Illinois. This young man, Julius, that I am so elated and proud of. I call my sons my lynch sons, my grandchildren too. This young man killed a resident here, beat her with a hammer. I was renting a room in his mother's house at the time he did this. And somehow in the midst of that, he said he would leave Julius smelling. Julius was 7 then. I was like, Lord, okay, I guess this the one. I take us, you know me and how I am. I was in that very same house with just Julius when the Illinois State Police, probably the FBI, Dalton was somewhere in it, Illinois State Police, FBI, Crime Stoppers, and all that, talking with me on the telephone. Because as a advocating here, no, can't nobody say nothing. I say, Lord, the Creator is my first witness to every move of my journey. I say, now, you know, I always come to you first. I say, you heard what this brother say, so I make you the first witness. With 2 of his family members for turning him in. When one came and asked me, what should they do? I opened up my Bible, I looked up the word M, I found murder. I told them to read what they say. Y'all are not going to make me no partaker because you came to me. They don't come to you in a sense you don't know. But when it comes to you and you see what it is, do you want to partake and do you want your hand in it? In which way? So that's free will. You can make a choice. I told Craig, look, now, Antoine, y'all know I love y'all. I'm talking with y'all. You know, my 7-year-old child, Trump, y'all, right? Discussed it with his father first. He took care of it. Then the next appropriate thing that Mother Hill, human being Hill, did. Hey, let me call these people that I often talk with. No. And I knew Alice Pemberton, is why I speak her name. She used to bring me ice cream in the summer. Oh, you're really getting. Give me a second. And she used to bring me coffee in the wintertime when I was a crossing guard. She's Caucasian. And to speak her truth, she used to sit in a resale store on the corner of Rucker, bought that whole building. She used to sit there with me and Brother Rick and say, Miss Hill, one of her quiet fears, everybody excuse it, because I love my Black culture and my Black race. To be killed by a Black man. A Black man broke in the house and beat her to death with a hammer, and he used to be her landscaper. So no, that this is more than I would want to not stand for, stand against, and I don't need to be the face of none, because as I share with everybody, being me is face enough, you know, but being what I've been humble and blessed to be, never no threats from nobody. Not here in Dolton, not when I was in the city, none of that. No, Dolton is better. Dolton, I met some of the most wonderful people being here in Dolton. Some have passed on, but I haven't met none that I exorbitantly dislike.
That's a good thing.
I can have a conversation, that's right, with the best of them. See, here's to everybody. All of us have olive branches in us, but we don't want to keep sticking out olive branches, then they want us to slide on our own oil. Because that's just like when we come waving that white flag. Of course, we don't want nobody to throw no dirt on it and set it on fire. I mean, you come in peace. How more could we do? Other than, as they say, you know, butt down naked. I'm coming in naked peace. You know, because at some point we have to be for one another. I know that brother's keeper, but sometimes you don't keep a brother when he done marked himself and has done something to be exiled, or has done something to, you're stuck on an island all by yourself. Because even the Lord shared with us, look, you want to keep going there. You know, he said, you know, he can only reach for you so many times. if your reach back is not sometimes in it. You know, when it comes to these children, a former teacher, me of 16 years, so most of me has been a mandatory reporter. No, the children are a priority. The seniors are a priority. They are the balance in between, and all of us once was or going to revert back to. Because I always tell people, not think about it. Think about it real hard. You started out a baby. As we get older, some of the baby tendencies come back. Who will care for you, or who will you have the strength, heart, and soul, conscientious awareness to care for? Moral turpitude has to mean something. Morality has to mean something. Ethics and morals and character. And people that build their reputation and they do it by the best of the good fight shouldn't always be getting hit with these stripes. You know, and the voice is just that. If they wanted democracy to be a silent democracy, well, we all know one thing. When he did the Tower of Babel, then he just said, all right, all you humans be quiet. You know? But no, he didn't roll it out like that. But he also attached free will. And not that I want to sound like that brick and mortar church. I said, Lord, now if you're gonna do it, now I'm coming up on 65. Now you're gonna let me see something, right? But he says, my vessel, he keep it as it is. But yeah, when it comes to it's this, and I say this is Dolton. What people are saying, they haven't had to show their unity to this magnitude. They hadn't been totally experiencing things like this. And now it is time for them to put a serious rein on who can come in and sit in seats in our community and anybody else's community. Make them stand to those guidelines, those statutes, those laws. And you have to stay 6 months. And if you don't want to do it, okay, revisit it back in 4 months. Look, you haven't set up your registers. So we can't go no farther with you. It has to be. Because that's what the bane of elected official, and you are the leadership of the community. This is like into a failed state. A failed state is where you're not safe bound by your police, you're not safe bound by your leadership, you're not safe bound by boards and all these things of this nature. No. And taxpayer, that's a heavy word nowadays. That's a heavy word, and most people throughout Illinois, and they're not gypsies. They don't want to keep packing up. But for here in Dolton, one of my wordings, sometimes it is good for everybody to tend to their backyard. Because if you spend too much time in somebody else's backyard, them 3Ds, deflecting, denying, and delaying, that's dangerous. And too much of it, breaches of public trust. That's something. No leader should breach the trust of the people. So at this point here, I just want what is appropriate for this not to continue, to do what should be done. Sometimes it's not should and need is powerful. It needs to be done. It should be addressed. Whatever it is supposed to take, it should be done that way. Because when I say this was something for me to see, and I think I'm 6 mayors in. How many police chiefs in since I've been here? And we gon' and Fox, if you're listening, I still love you, Chief Fox. But Chief Fox once told me, he said, well, who is that? She need to be quiet. Oh, I was the one that sent you that nice little invitation. Because I do things like that. We get new leadership. I respectfully wait small amount of time, 3 months, 6 months to their end, send them a little invitation, kind of give who I am, what I do, whatever. Some have met with me and they get to know me, and that's called the fill-in. You meet with some of the people in the community, they can give you some fill-in, and that's my way of welcoming them. I may give them some kind of token gift or some, hey, Steve, yeah, look, well, I gave him the appropriate gift, gave him a vintage camper when he first became trustee. and see how you size up a person. Just I'm a watcher. I'm just a watcher of people and humanality. And then, the halls of knowledge, it ain't a law book in the halls of knowledge that can't nobody go walk in and sit down and spend a little time with. So I'm big on human beings knowing their full total rights as they walk under their ankles out here on this terrain called Earth. And I'm big on that in all areas, to the young. So I had kids out here when I was a crossing guard. Y'all got a voice, because they did. They would take little index cards to me. I used to tell them, somebody say something in that building up in there that you don't want them saying, or your mother or father probably won't want them saying to you, and what's right or wrong. Write it down for Miss Hill. And what can I say? But you still don't mislead them.
No.
You give it all to them. You don't give them some without giving them the rest. You don't tell them, okay, these are the roller skates, and then don't say, do you know how to roll? No. Okay, then here, I'm gonna help you a little bit. So I just hope, I really hope, that this is going to be a good outcome.
It is.
This is going to be a good outcome because, see, I know of me and my loved ones, and that came with him, just like it came with me. And since my village came, as I said, everywhere I've been, the way I raised my sons, they were raised with the consequences of their actions. Don't go out of here and do nothing. And since I did, hey, I kept my character and my reputation in order to become y'all mother. That's all I ask for you. Same thing with your character and your reputation. For your character, your name, and your reputation, it goes with you everywhere you go. Everything you do, there you are. It is with you. Be it good, bad, happy, or sad. Everywhere everybody goes, they take whatever that is them with them. And I wanted them to have a life. And plus, most wasn't going to be trying to push up no bond money. So I told him I got the graduation fee money. I ain't consequences to some of their actions as they got older. And my oldest son, that's how I'm blessed to be a grandmother. I was like, okay, I gotta have a bunch of young men here make their conscientious decision to be a father, because that's every man. Some of y'all brothers out there, let me love on y'all for 30 seconds. Y'all do know y'all got a full-fledged right, and y'all almost 99.99 in control of it. Y'all know cover up is never gonna kill you. It will not have you dealing with some and seeing if DNA gonna work out in your favor. So at this point, yeah, I got it for everybody. But see, my thing about above all, that's that man. And see, we got to go into the young ones out there. You have to find something else in another way, because in another 10 or 15 years, guys, y'all got to be all about y'all. And 18 is a hypocrite, y'all. They tell y'all grown, but there's certain things y'all still cannot do.
Nope.
Don't add nothing to messing that up. So when you cross over to 21, then wow, they'll look at you penalizations. As a time as a teacher, man, the first time I found out about how they send records out of school, I told them, look, Lord, I can only do so much. I was like getting disciplined, certain disciplinary things while you're in grammar school and high school. No, y'all have value. Y'all have value. And hear me say, I love you. Your parents love you. They're working hard. Y'all got to make that better so it will be better for y'all. I mean, this is the bottom line drop to me. Somebody is behind us. And everybody out there know it. They got to get out of the way of some of these young people and let some of them take these seats. Y'all, I know some young people, man. And Danny Davis, I've been loving you ever since I was 17. Let that baby have that seat. They got to let some of them in. It's at their time. It's their time. Man, you know, I know some young people. I'm glad I know them the way I do, because if all else fail, a lot of them gonna push me around in my wheelchair, so I'll be good. Yeah, you know what they say? Treat them right from when you meet them when they're little. When you're talking to a child that's maybe 5 or even a 2-year-old, bend down to their level. Don't stand over them. My grandmother say they see a giant and a loud voice. Even when you're talking to a child 7, 9 years old and they not tall, bend down a little. Man, I had a teacher in grammar school. When we walk out the class, Miss Anderson used to take both her hands, put it on our face. She say, I love you. I am looking forward to seeing you the next day. If you was out of place, I love you. I'm looking forward to not having to discipline you when you come in here tomorrow. You say, Dale, biology in high school, she knew I wasn't cutting no worms, no cats. Look, we got to work this out. One, I was something in high school. That's like I tell people, I had to go to some school every year. But see, the consequences of the example, I knew I was not doing my full responsibility during the regular season. I ain't arguing with nobody when I had to forfeit some of my summer to go to some school. But that diploma here in my crib. So the moral of a lot of stories is we have to be accountable for what we do. We have to be accountable for what we do. And this here shouldn't have happened to me or nobody in Dolton and nowhere else.
No.
Nowhere else, for no reason. There is no reason. There couldn't be one word that could be uttered for his conduct and the other officers. And I want to give this exclusion. The young lady officer, the female, her beautiful self, her first name starts with a V. I give her this so the people can kind of bag back off of her, because I see her as one of those officers. Did anyone notice she was the only officer that walked over to my grandson to try to console him? She did not instantly align with the others.
True.
She did not instantly start showing any kind of anything. And the only reason you all probably heard either me or my son say, just don't touch, because by then, you touching him, I don't know how much more that add to it. And
exactly.
So she still has my utmost respect, because she showed humanity first. And my son saw him waving her over, and I saw the distance that she was away from the whole thing. And sad to say, I'm now, as they say, it'll be said now, because certain things are not no coincidence. Also, one of the officers there was also instrumental in making sure I got a police report because of a tenant that went rogue in the building I'm talking to you in. And I mean, she went off the hinges. And then to see this now, no, this, I guess, if this is my, that's the one. Yep, this the one. This the one. And you've heard the experience of this the one. Because it crossed too many facets. It crossed too many lines. It just, and that black beautiful sister that stood up at our meeting, she had on a black cap. I know her. This is just to the bone, to the soul, to the spirit, to the heart. And that's what I mean about the kindness of strangers. Now, I've known a lot of people because I've did a lot of things, and I ride my bike and I get around, dog. But I mean, this something like this, it does affect human beings. Sometimes we have these tough exteriors, these rock solid exteriors, but on the inside, nobody gets to measure that. And let me clear up another thing. See, so many, well, vote. We do not get a vote on what no politician around the world thinks. Because if we did, we all wouldn't be voting no more. So I'm going to go with amen for myself. Because, see, we're not responsible for what no one thinks, because the Creator said He saved us all with that to give us some amenity for ourselves, that the little creature, the devil, couldn't hear our thoughts. So we are not responsible for when someone thinks something and then or act on it, and then think it and or act on it and it go awry. So let me absolve everybody that think we're responsible for people's thoughts. And if we could read them, most people wouldn't even be around us because they know they'd probably be screwed. Just like the movie. If we could hear people's thoughts, run. If we could hear people's thoughts, duck. If we could hear people's thoughts, we all be good, but we can't. So we watch and we look, and here's the biggest magnet. If your word be your bond, then if you say you're going to bring somebody a loaf of bread at 6:30 and you come back with that loaf of bread, guess what you just sealed? Your word to your bond and your action. If you say you're going to make sure that elder don't step in a puddle of water and you don't mind putting your coat down there and people see you do it, then you have kept your very word out of your mouth. People can't go around signing the contracts all the days of their lives. You just got to be a person to take your free will choice to keep your word. So that person know that they can depend on you, rely on you. Now here's my big screenshot. Now y'all trust the Creator. You have hope and faith and try to believe in a person by just that. Their word bonding themselves to it. Then they'll bond themselves to their actions. They'll bond themselves to their deeds. They'll bond themselves to their doing and their behavior and their conduct. And mortal turpitude is never to individuals. It's never up to grab. That's the life price to pay, and it weighs heavy. It walks heavy. Throwing your ethics away, all those things, they're on the bearer of. It bears on the person, it bears on the human being. And y'all get me off of going to church now. It's just, we have to sometimes. Nobody said none of the journey would be easy, but at the same time, above all, man, that love is heavy. That love can lean in right. And it can resound by just sheer energy of someone else. It's just, I want Dolton to continue into their healing and continue into what is right, and for the parties of legislators that has to do that. And my only, community human message to executive and the rest, y'all human beings. Y'all human beings. And I like to believe that some of y'all loved ones highly matter and should start making them matter in your head and in your actions. And that's not to say that all of them are exorbitantly wrong. And to bring such heavy on officers that I know wrapped around me in that police department on September the 1st. There were officers, and I named them. And to keep going through witnessing you all do as you all do, and there are laws that say you're not supposed to, you have to find a way to stop, because I know as they say, those that be and the powers that be and that which will have to be they will have to intervene. The state represent all the people. And Kwame, and y'all, none negative. Y'all know I know the love of that, because that's what I'm supposed to do as well as an advocate. I'm supposed to respect the law. When I represent some of these people and they give me they day power of attorney, or a month power of attorney, or a week power of attorney, or temporary guardianship, I've had temporary guardianship of 2 residencies here to help them keep their children. So no, I don't have to really say, okay, well, it would be okay to terminate. No. And like I said, none of those individuals have I ever had anything personally against. I don't go to dinner with them. I don't go to funerals. I don't go to weddings. I don't go to barbecues. I don't go to baby showers. I just respected them and was cordial and appropriate and decent and thoughtful and considerate. All of them in any shape, way, and form. So no, The pinnacle of this, no, this is highly egregiously distasteful to me. A resident, a citizen, a senior citizen, and a grandmother whose grandson has been coming out here since he was a little gent fry. And his nickname for me is Little Gent. Oh no, man, all my hopes and prayers. The people, they need solace now. They need a good foundation. And it is going to take a lot to really, really bring Dalton back. And I'm hoping and praying that whatever lands next as mayor, that they land with a full conscience that bear down on them at night. Because people always say, Miss Hill, you always say you're going to walk away peace. Because y'all know I'm going to speak my peace, right? So when I walk away, yeah, I'm going to be very peaceful. So I sleep like a baby at night. That's why when I first ran across you, I was like, oh, see, he my enemy. And I had some of you, like I was some just like you when I was in my 20s, all the way up to 30. And when the doctor actually told me I was pregnant, I was looking around like, who are you talking to? I'm going to take a trip to Memphis, Tennessee. I just came here for a and I was like, oh. But never, not one time in all these years, motherhood, doing it. And like say, my sons, this is what they've seen in their mother all their lives, and appreciating some of their young friends, that, oh, wow, just wonderful respect. Some of you young people out here in Dolton, and the ones that know me as the Bout across the God, because they gave me that name. And look, I'm glad y'all been just standing strong, holding on, and doing anything other than, and I want this out there now, because you really did something. Some of the fallen young people. I knew him, one young man in particular, and his name will get spoke right along with Alexis Wilson, Destin Hernandez. He unfortunately took a bullet in his head right in front of my house. That was my son's best friend. I watched my son move his picture from here to there all around his room. I was like, Lord, I'm breaking my knees to you on this one, because talk about a mother reaching out. Because I had to find a way. When he couldn't stand up and eulogize him, I was right there. And young men out here vowed that his mother would have a young man there with her on Mother's Day. And up until about 3 or 4 years ago, that's just what they did until she decided to move. So that's what Dolton has. That's what Dolton, Illinois has. And they remember them. They remember them. And I want everybody to remember them now. Kenyatta, they were students that didn't get a chance to be where my son is right now today, here upon this earth, here in Dolton, or coming back here to Dolton. And I've watched a lot of these young people grow up, and I now have the honor and pleasure of knowing their children, even babysitting for some of their, we must strive and have that better, because everybody here deserves it. And the taxpayers, they've earned it. They have earned it. They work hard. They take care of what they need to take care of. And no, Henyard, Tiffany, I ain't never been no threat to you. Same thing I said when I showed up at everything for you. We ain't never had nothing. And no, I don't fancy that, because you know what? Some should have been better examples. Hard-nosed that they had to be. They should have made choices to be better examples around her, but no, everybody's still walking their own individuality and their choices. And that has bothered me, because like I said, I stepped in front of her in that very building when that same officer, for no good reason per se neither, wanted to arrest her with her child in her hand. That ain't changed. That ain't changed. And here's what I tell everybody. You grow the love that you have for somebody within yourself. You're the reason that it blossoms. And for me, nobody can take that away. They can never take it away. You might have to repurpose it or move it around somewhere else in your heart. You know, so I always tell people, keep a whole lot of love for yourself. When you feel like somebody done moved out of your life, walked out of your life, left out of your life, they didn't take that love with them. That love is really still there. Sometimes you might have to use to be strong. That's an honor of my mother, my sister, and my father, because they're no longer here. So I use the love that they have for me and I still have for them. And each time that they told me in their own way how strong I was. Ooh, reach in sometime, people. You know what I want to do is finish. I'm just gonna sound crazy. I want to finish make my grandson oodle noodles because the brother standing here give me all kind of flags on the plate, right? So you know, I'm appreciating you, you know, and I know my son gonna keep in contact with you. And like I said again, all you beautiful human beings out there, with all that real you still inside of you, man, that's the essence of you, and it ain't going nowhere. Sometimes you just got to pull some of that good energy back and keep it for yourself. Y'all have a good one out there now.
I'll see you this weekend, Mama Hill. That's my word.
Absolutely, absolutely, young man. Keep doing what you're doing too, and all your facets. Stay you.
Yes, ma'am. Ladies
What's up,
and
bro?
ladies and gentlemen, Mama Hill. Go ahead, Chicago Jew.
Oh yeah, real quick. Yeah, just I guess to close it out. You know, man, again, man, I appreciate you having us on the show tonight, man, for real.
It's all love,
you know,
bro.
And,
it's nothing.
And what I will say is, you know, like some of the things my mother was saying. You know, we don't hate Tiffany, we don't hate Lacey, you know, we don't hate anyone. You know, we operate out of all love over here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I like to think of myself as a sensible black man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't have no hate for Lacey. So you know, the way I was speaking to him, it's just like, you know, we human, bro. You get fed up, especially when somebody is, you know, violating your rights.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like she said, when we go to sleep at night, we sleep good. You know what I'm saying? And I got a simple prayer, bro, that I say every night. And in my prayer, at the end of it, I say, you know what I'm saying, God, watch over everybody. You know what I'm saying? And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Y'all, Lacey, Tiffany, everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's just me. So it's just like that shit is wrong how they did us, you feel me? Especially for somebody that grew up in the neighborhood. They seen me running around as a kid, you know what I'm saying, staying out of trouble, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just to end it, we ain't got no hate for them. We just definitely dislike how the fuck they operated. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Mr. Potato Head, you know what I'm saying, he got to deal with them consequences. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany got to deal with her consequences.
Facts.
You know, and the people at Dalton, they just fed up. We fed up with it. And you know what's done in the dark, man, that shit gotta come to the light, especially in 2024. So
fact.
Again, bro, appreciate you for having us coming on, and shout out to the chat, man, for y'all listening, man. We love y'all and we appreciate all the support for real from the bottom of my heart. We really appreciate y'all.
No doubt, man. It's all love, man. I'll see you this weekend, bro. That's my word.
Yes, sir. Better up.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Chicago Jew, Mama Hill. I'm clipping Mama Hill's whole thing out. I don't even know why it's going so fast. I don't even care at this point. All I know is I put on everything I love. I'm clipping Mama Hill whole thing in. You need to learn something. I'm going to upload that on the channel. You need to learn something. You need to learn something.